Hello everyone, Misvid here with a Battlefield Heroes video. So first of all, Happy New Year to you guys, and I want to say thank you for the feedback on the last video. That was cool to see. And in that video, I did sort of say that the game didn't really get many updates. We didn't really see too many. But there is actually one, just a small update for the start of the new year. So yeah, I'm going to go over what's in it in this video. It's not going to be too long, I don't think. Yeah, so let's get into it. So there are some new golden weapons. There are 6 stolen weapons, super and uber, and yeah, they're like the classic golden super cheeser stuff like that on both sides, 3 of each for all the classes. And the one I just said is my favorite, to be honest. And at the time of me making this video, they are in the store right now, and so are all of the previous golden weapons, like from in the past over the years. So hopefully you can buy some that you like. I'm not really sure how long they're going to be in the store for. Hopefully they are going to be around for a little bit because they don't normally put them in the store, at many times of the year. It's normally like around the new year, and then I think they may do like another time, but I can't really remember. But yeah, I think it would be nice if they keep them around for at least a few weeks. That'd be good. Yeah, so and a few people did actually ask, they've left comments, they've asked me in the past, like on my videos in regards to gold guns and asking like how to get them. So thankfully now that's sorted out, and hopefully those people can get what they want. And obviously, just so you know, they are quite expensive. I mean, they usually are, to be honest. These, I think, they're about 3,000 VP each, so it's worth looking through all of them to see, like, on each hero you've got, which one you definitely want if you're low on VP, which, if you are, that's fine. Obviously, I don't really expect too many people to be able to buy every single gold weapon. I mean, unless you've been saving VP for a really long time, but I don't really know how likely that is for most people. And also, there are some codes available which let you try out the weapons for 7 days. Obviously, if you just want to see like how they look, and you want to try them for yourself, if you can't maybe afford too many at the moment, these are just going to be for the new ones. And those codes are also they're still working as of the time I'm making this video, so I will put those in the comments. As well as that, we've also got golden TNT. Now, this is like, I guess you could say, properly new in that it, unlike the other gold weapons, this is like an upgrade basically to regular TNT. It's not just a reskin like the others are, so that's kind of cool. Basically, the damage is higher. You can take down a tank with only 2 sticks of it, and you can throw it quite far compared to the regular TNT. It's not as far as, let's say, like a single grenade or something like that, but it's still pretty far compared to what it can normally do. And from the little testing I did, it pretty much almost destroyed a Jeep in one attempt, and the damage against most other vehicles is pretty good too. But the only problem is, I mean, this is still TNT, and anyone who's played BFH for even a short time will know it's very weak, it's hard to use, it's one-dimensional, and no one really uses it in regular gameplay, no matter what class they're playing and what setup they're using. I mean, it's really like not the best weapon at all. I mean, this is why I didn't really get to test it much in full servers, because it's really difficult to get enough footage of using it correctly, and relying on people to take tanks in the first place. And to be honest, I didn't really have much luck on the vehicle maps that I did get to try. But I did think of a few potential buffs for it. So I mean, none or little, a little timer before exploding would be nice. Just make it kind of almost immediate. I think that'd be a lot better, because you do get a lot of moments where, and again, not that many people would do this anyway, because not many people use it, but if you were to use it, you stick it on a tank, and if the tank's close to being destroyed, someone will basically just get as much use out of the tank as possible, and you can hear the timer, so they'll just get out just before it. So, maybe do something with that. Um, Maybe some homing mechanic to it to make it more likely to hit tanks, if that's even possible. I know, like, sometimes it's easy to throw these ideas out there, but it might be difficult to actually apply it to the game itself. And also just improve the damage on infantry, so it's not only a threat to one part of the game. I mean, if it was decent against infantry, maybe there'd be more of a reason to use it. And really, it wouldn't be so bad if you could use like both TNT and something else. Then commandos and soldiers would maybe consider it, because it's better than the single hand grenade and more powerful than the grenade launcher against tanks, even though it's harder to use. It is going to do more damage. And I do think having like 2 explosives should only be to allow TNT though, because like having a tank buster and an MGL or like 2 tank busters sounds a bit too broken. Definitely a bit much. But yeah, I'm not sure if any of these ideas are possible, but it would be nice to have if, you know, if you had space and not too many widgets or abilities on your equipment bar, you know, if the equipment slot had an option in game to scroll between like your main one and then TNT. But I know this is all probably a bit of a stretch, but I'm just trying to think of like how to make it better, really. So yeah, otherwise, like I said, it's hard to take it seriously. It's hard to use it, and it remains, in my opinion at least, the weakest weapon in the game. And I do believe though that the golden TNT, it's still being tested and it's not fully done yet. So you know, there's still room to improve it, and hopefully they do look at it and think, well, you know, it's cool to have it, but how are we going to make it so people will actually bother with it? Because if you think about it, I mean, I guess back in the day, when the game was still fairly new, you had maybe commandos still using it before like the grenade launcher came out, but otherwise, no, like people don't really use it at all unless they're just really trying to make the game incredibly difficult for themselves. But yeah, I do appreciate them doing something more with it though, and you know, another gold weapon isn't a bad thing if you ask me, especially when you know there's more to it. It's not just a basic reskin, which the game has seen quite a lot of. This is actually something different, and I like the fact that they're going to choose, well, that they've chosen something that's really not used a lot, and there's a good reason for that. So yeah, I mean, I think if you can try and improve such a bad weapon, that's always a good thing. But I don't know. We'll see what they do with it. And I should also say that at the moment, not that many people might not, you know, not many people might notice this, but it basically replaces like the regular TNT for now. So if you did want to use this and see what I mean and try and get some use out of it, you just basically have to equip the regular TNT, to my knowledge. You don't have to buy it or anything, which is probably the best because I don't think anyone would spend 3k VP on TNT if they had a lot of other choice and not a lot of VP to use, let's just be honest. So yeah, don't want to knock it too much. It is cool, but yeah, I think most people would agree it's really hard to use a weapon like that. So it could do with some more changes. But yeah, that's everything with this small update to start the new year. You know, I mean, again, there's not much here, but it's enough, I think, to make a video. And yeah, it's still like new content for the game, which is nice. So yeah, if you've got suggestions for BFH stuff you'd like to see this year, then let me know. And apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.